Hey everyone, it's Zach here to talk about my Player Cup 2 qualifying team. I probably won't qualify, but it's going to be a fun journey, So when making this team, I kind of tested 3 different teams on Showdown, and this is the team that I landed on, liking the most. There's still things that I don't like about it. There's no weather control, which I've gotten spoiled to only dealing with minimal weather in Series 6. So there's no weather control outside of max moves. So what we're running here is a Life Orb Cinderace, Focus Sash Whimsicott, Berry Togekiss, Safety Goggles, and Incineroar, which I've thought about giving Togekiss the Safety Goggles and giving Incineroar maybe like Assault Vest, but it's a little too late to make changes and see how effective they are. Grassy Surge, Miracle Seed, Rillaboom, which is more of a I send the back or I fake out something you want to bring next to a Moongus, or I taunt something you want to bring next to a Moongus, and then a Terrakion with Choppleberry. I don't know. I kind of want to change it to the Waterberry or the Grassberry or the Rindoberry. But what I'm worried about is a mirror match and testing. I tested about 2 weeks ago with this team. I started at least. What I noticed is that most people, instead of going for the beat up setup, they'll double into Terrakion and close combat it. And what I've learned is with the Choppleberry, you can take a opposing close combat pretty good if they don't beat up. So hopefully that will help. And with Urshifu on the rise, I feel like close combat is definitely something you're going to have to worry about. Sorry if I'm a bit scatterbrained. This is the second time I recorded it. The first time I recorded this, I did the 10 minutes of recording without my mic turned on. So Players Cup Qualifier 2, our Player Cup 2 Qualifier, is in 8 hours. So I kind of like threw this team together. I had extras of the Togekiss and the Rillaboom, so the only thing I really had to breed was a 6 IV Incineroar, which was the hardest part of building this team, oddly, and I just moved a Terrakion over from Pokemon Home. So if we check the summary, I don't like Iron Head on Cinderace. I know some people run it over Sucker Punch, but I feel like Sucker Punch is really good for those. I have one more hit to take, and you're going to outspeed me Sucker Punches like after max. So it's just 252 attack and speed with a Jolly Nature to hopefully do a little better on the speed ties. There is the Whimsicott with max HP, max speed. Only attacking move is beat up. We have Togekiss with some bulk in defense and speed, enough speed to outspeed a Dracozolt off the rip, so hopefully that will come in handy. Air Slash, Dazzling Gleam, Yawn, follow me with Super Luck, of course. Incineroar is mostly HP and speed. I wanted a faster one to get good snarls off, and I actually have special attack investment, so I can take advantage of having so many special attacking moves like Burning Jealousy and Snarl. Other than the chip and the effect, I can actually hopefully get some okay damage off of it. Rillaboom is just a simple max HP, max attack with Miracle Seed, Fake Out, Taunt, Grassy Glide, Woodhammer. Basically the Rillabooms here, if you want to lead a Moongus and setup, I can ignore the redirection, and that's one of the reasons why I have Taunt. And then the Terrakion is Taunt, Earthquake, Rock Slide, Close Combat. The reason why I went with Earthquake is because I have the Togekiss on my team, and one thing that I really like is that Cinderace outspeeds it, so I can always bounce our max Airstream with Cinderace and then be able to Earthquake and just get a lot of damage off the rip. Taunt is there, so when I max, I do have a max guard, but I don't have a regular protect, and that's something I've noticed with this whole team. I have no protect whatsoever, so that's something I'm really concerned about. especially when I open up my team on Datadex, which is the app that I use to start my team building process. I'll have it on the screen here, but if you look at the type relations, based on the types that are in your party, your team is resistant against, and the resistance are pretty good. Nothing too extra, but I have no immunities. But I'm resistant to grass, dragon, and dark pretty well. So that covers a lot of things, especially a Venusaur, because I don't have a lot of Venusaur answers outside of Togekiss and Rock Slide to take away the weather, or Max Rockfall to take away the weather. The one thing I'm worried about is the weaknesses. So if we look over at the weaknesses, I have one Mon weak to flying, poison, rock, steel, water, ice, and fairy. So there's actually a lot there. That's almost a whole, that's more weaknesses than Tyranitar itself. So I do worry about the matchup there. When I see flying and fairy, I see Togekiss. So my team is Togekiss weak. Water, rock, my team is Dreadnought weak. I don't think anyone's going to be running Dreadnought though. And fairy is just a big typing. So if I go over to move coverage on Datadex, when you put in the attacking moves that your team has, it will factor in what types you hit. So as we can see, I hit that steel weakness pretty well, especially with Terrakion and Cinderace being my main attackers. I cover my ice weakness pretty well with, once again, having Cinderace and Terrakion. So I don't think we'll be seeing a lot of Duraludons. What I'm worried about really is more Ferrothorns. And with the ice type, I can't think of any ice Pokemon other than Alolan Ninetales that I would see. And then we have the dark coverage. So dark types are going to be covered pretty well because I resist them and I have 2 effective moves. The only thing I'm worried about is that I don't hit fairy type. I don't have anything that hits fairy type super effective, and that's one of my weaknesses. But when it comes to Series 5, our big fairy type mons are going to be Whimsicott, Togekiss, and Sylveon. You might see Clefairy, Clefable for Follow Me support based on how people want to run their teams. And I think when it comes to Togekiss and Whimsicott, really Max Rockfall does the job just fine. I just have to make sure that I can hit it first so it doesn't Dazzling Gleam or Moonblast or anything like that. And then with the Sylveons are pretty slow, so I might just have to double into it. And with the Clefairies, the Clefairy and Clefable, they're usually redirectors, so I can't really see them being that much of a threat attacking wise. So like I said, I had the Cinderace and the Whimsicott ready, and then I had extras of Togekiss and Rillaboom. And for anyone who needs help, if you're building a team last minute, I have some surplus that I was actually going to Wonder Trade away, but I just never got around to doing it. I have some Serene Grace Togepi's ready to go. I have a good amount of 5IV Prankster Cottonies, but I feel like Cottonies are really easy to breed. I don't think anyone's really strapped for Cottonies. I have a bunch of Larvitars, and most of them are actually 6IV because I shiny hunted for one. And then a really good Rookity. So if you need anything last minute for the Players Cup, I also have some extra Trace Porygons and some good Alolan Meowths and a Beast Ball. So if you need anything for Players Cup or want to trade for anything, let me know down in the comments below. But anyways, that is going to be my Players Cup team. I don't think I'm going to do that well, especially when I realized in making the team that I don't have any Protect anywhere. But once again, Cinderace, Whimsicott, Togekiss, Incineroar, Rillaboom, and Terrakion. That's my team. Let me know down in the comments below what you plan on running if you're going to participate, and good luck to everyone. This starts in probably about like 12 hours, so 24. Starts in about 24 hours. So good luck to everyone. I hope you have fun, and I'll see you guys in the next one. This weekend will probably just be filled with videos
of my games from the Players Cup Qualifier. So keep an eye out for that. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the